Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa. First and foremost, I want to wish a very happy birthday to my sweet and precious mother, Sylvia Tomlinson. Happy birthday, Crypto Nana for LTC. Thank you for being brave enough to red pill or orange pill or blue pill me and my sweet husband and really be a warrior for the truth and be just a wonderful, brave patriot and introduce us to Silver, to Big Swear, to Uncle Cliff, and to what's really going on in the world. I love you. I'm forever grateful. And I'm so proud that you're my mother. So happy birthday, Nana. I love you. And we're going to be talking with Nana's favorite. What a birthday gift for her, Johnny Litecoin, right after this. Give us a like and share the video. Thanks, guys. Welcome back, Johnny. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me. Let me start out with saying happy birthday, Nana. What an amazing, beautiful person, amazing woman. Nana, you're such a patriot. You meet great people in the crypto world, but Nana, you're one of the people that I'm so blessed to have met and, gotten close to. You're amazing. So happy birthday. I hope you have an amazing birthday. And
Yeah, she's amazing. I'm really proud that she's been such a leader in the space, and she was in just really digging in, learning, and then being so passionate about sharing with other people, and really brave, when other people were putting people down for it and telling them they were crazy and whatever. She was really pushing the education on it and the self-reliance. She's always been about, being self-reliant and educating yourself, and protecting, yourself and not being dependent on the government and all of that. So really proud of her. So happy birthday.
And Nana really gets it. Like it's not like, oh, Nana like owns a little Bitcoin and like no, Nana, like out of all the people I know, like really grasps every angle of this, from the wallets, the sending of transactions, how the blockchain works, like the sound, definitely the sound money aspect, the why, what the government's doing to us, what these, I call them creeps, these creeps that run the world are doing to us. Nana gets it on every level. So Nana, happy birthday. I'm proud to be doing the show at Lisa on your birthday.
Yes. One of her favorite children is Johnny Litecoin. I'm a little jealous, I have to admit. So Johnny, we wanted to jump on today and talk about, one of the other attacks on not just Americans, but a lot of people in the world, I'm sure. We're facing a lot of these chemicals coming into our environment through our food. I'm sure the chemtrails have nothing to do with it, but definitely our food, our environment, and how that's affecting our bodies, our health, and how that's kind of playing out. And we're definitely seeing it play out through our hormones and how that's affecting people. So you wanted to share a little bit about that and what we're seeing in today's society.
Yeah, this is a subject that I study a lot. It's a passion of mine. And there's an attack on all of us, but in particular men. There definitely is a coordinated attack to attack men's testosterone levels, to make men weaker. Again, take that strong male away from the family. And this is what the bad guys want. They don't want strong male leadership. They want weak men in society. So, again, what better way to do it than affect their hormones? So right off the bat, we're behind the 8 ball. So one of the keys and cornerstones of testosterone and having high testosterone is winning. It's just winning, little wins throughout your day. And think about it. we as humans were meant to hunt things, and we went out and we had little wins throughout our day. We don't have that anymore. Forget the fact we're not hunting. We're on a phone 24/7. We want something, we look it up. We need food, we order DoorDash or Uber Eats. I mean, there's no like, you want to get a date with a woman or something, you go on a dating app. I mean, there's no like, you don't have to get any wins anymore. And so that's probably one of the main factors that's affecting men's testosterone. Before we get into food, the chemicals, that's just, so we're already behind the 8 ball. So we already have to dig ourselves out of a hole right off the bat. It's because of the modern way of life. Now, I love convenience. I'm not saying don't use convenience. Convenience is great, but you have to take countermeasures to keep yourself healthy and active. So even the fact that we sit so much throughout our day, that affects it. We don't move enough, right? So there's other little factors, but food is huge. So let's get into seed oils that are out there.
No.
Seed oils, back in the day, we ate a lot of butter. We ate a lot of butter, bacon fat, and, whole milk. We were told that, hey, this stuff's bad. It causes high cholesterol. There was an effort to lower cholesterol, low fat. Well,
that's what your brain needs is fat.
Yes, and you need, as a male, you need cholesterol to make testosterone.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Without cholesterol, you're going to have low T. And the studies on heart disease and cholesterol are so flawed. They based it on a group that had super low cholesterol. And they found this one group that had super low cholesterol had a lower rate of heart disease. Where everybody else had the same risk of heart disease, whether you had an average level or a super high cholesterol, you had the same risk of heart disease. It was only people that abnormally low. So right off the bat, they were able to skew everything, point to that study, and say, oh, cholesterol, see how that's causing heart disease. So they pushed us into these low-fat foods.
Mm-hmm.
And then they loaded the food with seed oils. So the seed oils, not only are they toxic for you, they cause more body fat harm. They affect your ability to be in the sun. We didn't get skin cancer at the rate we do now back up until about 60 years ago, once they started putting seed oil in food. Now think about it logically. If you put oil all over your skin and go in the sun, you're going to burn. Now, what if oil's permeating out of your skin, these cheap vegetable oils, these cheap manufactured oils, they're permeating out of your skin, you're going to burn. Try not eating seed oils and go in the sun. Watch how much more you can take in the sun.
So there was a Gene Ho video where he talks about, I think it's the 3rd book in the Barron Trump travel series, time traveler series. And I shared it on the Telegram group, which you guys should be able to find a link in most of my videos to join the Telegram group for free. And it's on there, and it's also on my Twitter profile, so you can find it there. But he says that Barron Trump travels to the land of the happy forgetters, and one of the things that the happy forgetters do is they eat. They're vegetarians, and they eat seed oils. Is it seed oils? Something like that. And they have and then they are more afraid of people that tell the truth than reptilians. And yeah, it goes into all this kind of stuff. But it talks about what they eat. And I think it said seed oils. It talked about vegetarians
Oh
and this
yeah,
other thing,
vegetarians eat tons of
and how they
eat
forget
fake
things.
meat, soy, seed oils. So that's then you can't go in the sun. You burn in the sun. So then sunlight's key to testosterone. So we're
Oh,
already
yeah.
in the society we're in now. We're inside all day. We're told to
Mhm.
lather ourselves up with sunscreen and hide from the sun. The sun's toxic. Hide from the sun. So you need sun for testosterone. So right.
And then
So
you
all right,
don't get your vitamin D.
you're not getting vitamin D, which is key for your testosterone. So you see how everything's leading into the
Mhm.
next thing. So you're getting less sunlight, you're getting burned. Then they say, oh, we got a solution for you. Lather yourself up in sunscreen. Sunscreen is toxic. You're
Yeah,
putting
it's really
chemicals all over
chemical.
your skin. It's a known endocrine disruptor. Okay, so then you're at stage 3 of bad. You're putting an endocrine disruptor all over your skin. All right.
I
So
hope my
you're
husband is listening to this.
so you're eating your seed oils, you're burning in the sun, and then you're lathering up in your sunscreen. All right. You want to go in the sun early in the day. You want to go in the sun early
Mhm.
in the day. You want to go in first thing in the morning without sunglasses on. You want to let the sunlight hit your eyes. That sets your circadian rhythm, sets you up for your day, increases your dopamine. Actually, early in the season, you want to be going in the sun. It's called the solar callus. And then you'll prevent yourself from burning later in the season because you've got yourself like that. They'd say when you tan, you get
Okay.
a face. All
Interesting.
right. So we're at okay, seed oils, burning, putting this endocrine disruptor all over us. Then they put us on pharmaceuticals. The pharmaceuticals, they make us burn a lot of these pharmaceuticals. They make us sensitive to sunlight. Not only that, let's see a couple of the biggest pharmaceuticals they put us on. Well, one for hair loss is called finasteride. They also use that for, they'll also give that to people for their prostate because that's what's called a DHT inhibitor. DHT inhibitors are toxic. So that's a derivative of testosterone that you need to be a strong man. You need this DHT. So if you inhibit the DHT, they say, oh, your hair, you'll get thicker hair or whatever.
Oh, okay.
This finasteride is, you could look it up. This stuff is so toxic. Lots of men actually get permanent ED from this. And there's no recovery. There's no turning back. Like they've ruined themselves for life from this finasteride. Irreversible. So this stuff is horrible just to have thicker hair. I don't know. I'd rather have no hair, have everything working good. That's just me, though. I don't know.
Oh, now I just figured out what ED is.
Yes, yeah. Try not to be
Sorry.
too graphic. It's a family
Sorry.
show.
Yeah. Took me a
But
minute.
no, but it's a medical thing. That's not it's a medical condition people have. So again,
Yeah.
that's so that's one of the
So they trick people with like vanity to
yeah,
then, which all that goes back to wanting to stop the the population numbers.
sure. And they also give that as for the prostate too. So they'll give that for hair loss and for
Oh.
prostate because they say if you do a DH. Now, actually, and not many people realize this, men and even women, and a lot of the anti-aging, the longevity experts out there, they
Mhm.
recommend a low dose of daily Cialis. Now, Cialis is like a Viagra.
My
It's an
son takes that for his heart.
right. So it's actually really good for your blood flow. Now you're not talking about a high dose. You're
Right.
talking about a very low, like a micro dose, a daily dose. It's good for the prostate. It's good for your
Okay.
blood flow. It's good for the brain. Lots of studies show it prevents Alzheimer's, actually increases your testosterone, lowers your estrogen. So you could do all this stuff with something that's helping your test level instead of taking this finasteride, which is toxic to your
Oh.
testosterone level.
Okay.
Even there's an herb out there called saw palmetto. That's even one to watch out for. That's in a lot of prostate over the counter formulas. Saw palmetto is a DHT inhibitor. Same
Mhm.
effect. Saw palmetto is toxic as well, as far as
Oh,
male
really?
virality and all that goes. Yeah, vitality and all
Okay.
that.
I
So
had heard,
stay
oh,
away
I
from
don't know
that.
if it was that Dr. Oz or somebody years ago had said that, like, there was a woman that her husband was taking that saw palmetto, and so she just took whatever he was taking, and then she was, like, way younger and whatever than her twin sister, or presented as way younger and whatever than her twin sister, and so he went through, like, what she was taking, and he thought it was the saw palmetto, but you're saying that's not good for you,
Not for men. Not for men. I don't know much about for women,
how
but
it
for
affects
men,
women.
men
Okay.
stay away because it's a DHT blocker and a DHT inhibitor. So
Okay.
those affect your testosterone level like major. Don't take them. There's a lot of other things you could do without going down that path. So all
Interesting.
right, so we're in the pharmaceuticals. They're over medicating us. Even kids. Think
Mhm,
about how many kids they have on speed, amphetamines.
mhm.
You think that's good for your testosterone level as a child to be taking that stuff? No. And they overprescribe that stuff in. So then, okay, you're on speed as a child. That's affecting your levels. And
Mhm.
parents don't know. They're just doing what their doctor told them.
Right,
They're working. They're not research. I'm not blaming parents or people.
right.
Again, this is a lot of stuff to research and know. I'm not condemning anybody, but let's take measures if we've done some of this stuff. I've done a lot of this bad stuff, and I've had to counteract this stuff with other measures. Um, so, okay, the pharmaceuticals toxic, the food is toxic. Not only that, we're not eating whole foods. We're not eating real foods. Um, Now we're also taught, be on these low carb diets. Low carb, low carb, low carb, low carb. I'm actually a fan of. I think as a male, you need your good carbohydrates. You don't want to be eating Skittles all day and crap. You want to stay away
Right,
from high fructose corn syrup,
right.
meat and potatoes. That's the male diet. So you want to. I eat potatoes all day long. Sweet potatoes, they're
I
great.
was
I
gonna
put
say
butter on
not white potatoes though, right? Because somebody was telling me that, like, potatoes didn't even exist, before, like, the potato famine, and that they're actually bad for you, so you should eat either sweet potatoes or rice, like brown rice.
Rice is great. Even
Um
white rice is good. White rice or brown rice.
Mhm.
White rice, your body actually breaks down a little quicker than the
Okay.
brown rice. But I love sweet potatoes. They're sweet. They're good. I put butter on them. I love butter. I eat a ton of butter. I eat a stick of butter every other day.
Yeah, I
Real
like that
butter.
Kerrygold butter.
Kerrygold
Real,
butter.
yeah,
That's real butter, official. I put it on everything. I love, love, love butter. And
yeah,
so butter's bad for you. Well, I don't want to brag. I'm pretty ripped for a 41-year-old guy, and I'm eating tons of butter. So
yeah.
and I wouldn't just say I'm just lucky or genetically freak. It's just, it's just a combination of things I'm doing. I think the butter helps me. I don't think it's
Mhm,
a bit because I'm avoiding the bad foods, the fake foods. You want to eat real foods, whole foods. You want to eat things with few ingredients in them.
mhm.
Like something has a list of 50 ingredients. Chances are, especially if you're buying it off a shelf, chances are there's a lot of stuff in there you don't want. That's bad for you.
Even cheese, we did our science experiment this week, at the homeschool co-op, was taking iodine and putting it on different foods to see what had starch in it, and we talked about starch is made from plant-based things, and so, um, we had different foods and different items, and, we took, like, a chunk of cheese and put iodine on that, and it stayed red. And so if the iodine stayed red, then it did not have starch in it. But when we took the shredded cheese that had been like shredded in a processing plant and then sent to you, well, I guess they put potato starch or some kind of chemical to keep it from sticking together. And so starch is added to the cheese. And so then it turned black. The iodine will have a chemical reaction and turn black. And so there's starch added to the cheese. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never buying pre-shredded cheese again.
No. If anything, buy a sharp cheese, a sharp cheddar, those kind of
Just
cheeses.
buy a brick,
Brick of
cheese.
Parmesan. Those are those, and it's funny. I can't eat like don't eat American cheese. I mean, you know, we're a proud patriots, but American cheese, that's sent to us straight from the enemy to freaking kill us, I think. And that's the most toxic stuff in the world. Just look at it. I mean, so you want to buy a harder cheese, a block of cheese, like a sharp cheese. Those, my stomach doesn't bother me when I eat those.
Right.
Why?
Me too.
And why, if I eat like mozzarella or American cheese, I'm dying all night. I mean, because it's not
interesting.
Yeah, margarine's terrible for you. Again, margarine's all vegetable oils in it and stuff. Terrible stuff. So stay away from that. So we got foods. So they're killing us with foods. It's plastics. We're drinking water out of plastic bottles all day long.
I heard that the other day too.
And
but then if you drink city water, you're getting all the fluoride and the all that chemical, and all the women that are on birth control and all the drugs that people are taking, peeing into the city water and whatever. So like, what the hell are you supposed to drink?
Ultimately, you want to do a filtered water, like a reverse osmosis system. If you have a good well water and you test it, that's good water. And then fill it into glass bottles or bottles that aren't plastic. You could buy even like sometimes CVS sells them. They'll sell water, like even like the Rite Aid near me, I'll go. They'll sell water where it's in like it's kind of like a metal bottle, and then it's refillable. So I'll refill those with well water or filtered water. I'll refill glass bottles. Like you go to a nice restaurant, they'll give you like a Pellegrino or like an Aquapana.
Ooh, my Q bottle.
Yeah. So try to, again, you're out. You get a water out of a plastic bottle every now and again. We're got to live. Again, this is all best practices. This isn't to condemn ourselves. We slip up one day. We got to live. We're human. But this is talking about lifestyle trends and best practices that we try to follow. We try to follow this stuff. Copper drinking cup. Yes, Jim Montgomery. Great advice. Okay, so the water, the plastics, terrible stuff.
Don't eat lunch meat. I heard that's terrible for you.
Processed garbage.
Yes.
You want to eat meat?
Yeah.
I love steak. I love beef. I eat chicken. Now, some people say, oh, chicken's not as good. It's a nervous bird. I like my chicken. So I think a good variety is, I eat a lot of shrimp. I eat tons of shrimp. I eat tons of shrimp, chicken, steak, beef, lamb, eggs. Get the yolk. Don't do egg. Now, I buy cartons of egg whites that I put in my protein drinks.
Okay.
Drink those because they're ultra pasteurized. But I make 3 or 4 eggs a day. You want the yolk. The yolk is actually really good for your testosterone level. So the yolk is key in the eggs. Get the yolk. Eat some eggs. That's key. Avoid sugar, but don't completely. Again, if it's cane sugar, it's not the worst thing in the world for you. It's want to avoid the high fructose corn syrup. Little cane sugar. I eat a lot of dark chocolate. That has a little bit of cane sugar in it. So I eat some foods. I don't do anything with high fructose corn syrup. Even ketchup. Okay, there's 2 ketchups they sell. You got to search for the one that does not have. I have it in my fridge. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll show you guys.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah. And I just ordered some. I was telling mom, I called her for her birthday, for her birth like, it was my present to her. "Oh, lucky you, you get to talk to me." But I gave her a call because I wanted to talk to her and see her face for, on her birthday, and I just told her I ordered some, Pure Sleep, um, from Uncle Cliff because I just have a hard time sleeping, especially with Cannon not doing so well. I'm just thinking about it all the time now. And so I ordered Uncle Cliff's Pure Sleep, and, I think it's really important because that's when your body heals is when you're sleeping, and
Sleep
so
is,
I
we're going
think
to get
that's
into
really important.
sleep, Lisa. Sleep is ultra importance.
Mhm.
Haven't even gotten to sleep yet. Let me
Yeah.
show you these ketchup. So the fake ketchup that we all know, um, Heinz, 57 varieties. This is the one that's in
The
every
irony that
commercial.
that's one of the evil families.
And now if we look at this one, this is the one without high fructose corn syrup. This has cane
Yeah.
sugar if you look at the back. This has high
Okay.
fructose corn syrup. Now, I try to do everything on a glass. I know these ketchups are plastic, but most things like I I actually eat a lot of honey. I put honey in coffee sometimes, and I do a drink with a compound called Shilajit. Shilajit is has called fulvic acid in it, and that's actually found in the Himalayas up high. That's
Mm.
really a good natural testosterone booster. So I'll do coffee, Shilajit, and honey and mix it together. That's really good. But I try to do everything I can out of glass, honey out of glass jars, as much as I can get out of glass. But again, honey does come in glass. You got to search for it at the grocery store, but they'll
Mhm.
have one or two brands usually in glass. So sleep, Lisa, you brought up sleep. Sleep is so essential. And you want to, I guess, right before bed, you want to limit your exposure to screens, to your phone. Um, I would just lay down. I like having noise, so I'll put something on TV, background noise. Then I actually sleep with cotton over my eyes, like a
Mm.
t-shirt or something something that's cotton. And we'll get into why cotton's so important. Men wear cotton boxers, 100% cotton, polyester boxers. Polyester is a known endocrine disruptor. It messes the homeostasis in your body. Polyester clothes in general, you can't avoid it altogether, but definitely stuff that's closest to your man parts of your heart, your
Yeah.
boxers. Wear cotton boxers. You'll definitely see an improvement just from doing that. 100% cotton boxers. Um, that's important. Sleep, Lisa. You said you're taking Uncle Cliff's Pure Sleep. Sleep is so important. Again, I sleep with something over my eyes, so that way I'm in more darkness. I do like background noise on personally, and um, I get nice and tired and I go to sleep. Now I don't eat before bed. That's also key. Don't eat 2 hours. Now everyone likes people like to snack at night. I'm gonna do a smoothie in a little bit. I won't go to sleep till about midnight. So I don't like to eat for 2 hours before I go to bed. I like to have a 2 hour window where I'm in a
Mhm.
fasted state, 2 hours, and then I go to sleep. I take now Uncle Cliff's Pure Sleep has GABA in it. GABA is a neurotransmitter that helps with sleep. I
Okay.
love taking glycine before bed. I think a couple good compounds to take before bed are glycine, taurine, magnesium. GABA is great. GABA is different than melatonin. GABA won't make you groggy the next morning. I used to
Yeah,
take
'cause he
GABA.
was saying it won't make you feel, like, hungover or tired the
Yep.
next day. Because I was like,
Nope.
"I cannot be sleepy the next day."
No, no. You'll just wake up with energy.
Yeah.
GABA helps release growth hormone at night. And that's when we release a lot of growth hormone is at night. Growth hormone keeps us young. It's known as like the fountain of youth. So a lot of those peptides that I'm into, you
Yeah.
take them
Mhm.
before bed on an empty stomach. And like the peptides, sermorelin, GHRP2, ipamorelin. But sermorelin's a real one that you would want to take before bed. Some of them you could take in the morning. Sermorelin gives you a real strong pulse of growth hormone. It has a 30-minute half-life. The half-life is how long the compound stays active in your body. So you'll get tired after you take sermorelin, but then you go into a deep sleep. You know your growth hormone level is up if you're dreaming.
Oh, okay.
So children dream a lot. Younger people dream a lot. As you get older, you have less dreams. You're not going into as deep a sleep. Your growth hormone level's a lot lower. So if you're getting decent dreams, that's good. That's really good to be dreaming at night. So definitely get your sleep. You can't always get 8 hours. I'd say if you could shoot for 6 to 7 good hours, get 8 hours in some nights if you could, but you want to be getting at least 6 hours of sleep. I optimally 7. If you can get 7 hours, I say, hey, get 7 hours of sleep a night on average of good, uninterrupted, deep sleep. You're doing pretty good. Sleep is so key. Again, there's so many things that have affected men's. Now let's get into some other stuff, a little more fringe stuff. They flood us with, they flood free porn all over the internet. That's awful for men to be watching. That's lowering your testosterone level, lowering your drive if you're looking at that all the time. So stay away from that stuff. It's not good. It messes your dopamine. This is not like when you stole your father's Playboy magazine when you were a little kid and you looked at the centerfold, you looked at a few pictures. This is a completely different effect of free videos online that's streaming high speed. You people can watch 30 videos in 15 minutes and just click, 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 click. That's giving you such a flood of dopamine. When you constantly flood your dopamine, it's like doing drugs. You actually ruin your receptors. You ruin your ability to release dopamine, and you make yourself numb. So that's another factor that's affecting, men in a major way. Now let's go into more fringe stuff. Let's go into this testosterone that men are taking. Now, I'm talking about what we would classify as steroids for younger guys in their 20s, even teenagers taking it. You shouldn't really be thinking about taking testosterone. Now, I think testosterone for older guys is good. You want to do testosterone replacement therapy. It's called TRT, and you do a low dose of testosterone every week. Usually you do a shot a week, or you microdose it. I've actually heard for older guys, it's better to microdose it where you break it up and you do 2 or 3 shots a week because it's more natural with how your body would
release it. Yeah.
Doing one shot. But I'm talking about younger guys they call it blasting. You're blasting testosterone, right?
Oh God.
And you're taking a mega dose of testosterone as a guy in your early 20s, mid 20s. You messed yourself up for life. I know I've always been into weightlifting. There's so many guys I know my age, they have to get testosterone prescribed. They have low T for life. They messed up their fertility. A lot of them can't have kids. No low sperm count, no sperm count. They're on testosterone for life. And people, I never messed with testosterone. Now people might say, oh, Johnny's lying, this and that. I'm waiting. I'm going to take testosterone when I'm older, when I need it. I want to wait till I actually need it. My testosterone level's high because I'm doing all this other stuff. Why would I want to take synthetic testosterone. I'm honest with what I take. I take these peptides. My growth hormone was low, so I needed to increase my growth hormone. My testosterone, as you can see from my videos, this is
no one's worried about your testosterone.
no one's worried about my testosterone. It's high, but it is a, you don't know how many guys I know that show me their lab results and their levels are low, really low. I mean, their levels as a guy in their early 30s are what like a 75-year-old man should have. And they're in like their late 20s, early 30s. They have really low T. And it's all these factors playing a part. It's everything. And then forget about it. They take steroids and they blast testosterone as a younger guy. You got to realize when you take synthetic testosterone and you're blasting it in high doses, you shut your body's natural ability off from creating. Your body thinks, I don't need to create testosterone anymore. We have an abundance of it. So your body stops producing it because you're getting all the synthetic test. Now you come off of it, and now all of a sudden you don't have the synthetic test, and your body's making no test. I mean, I've seen people that low T is categorized as probably a total testosterone of like, you know, I say under 350. Sometimes they say under 250. But if you're under 250, you're really low, right? Mm-hmm. There's guys that after doing a heavy cycle of steroids and blasting testosterone, their total testosterone's 15 or 20. I mean,
it would like make yourself completely like dependent on it for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life, unless, and then, you know, you're going to go into such a depression and such a long time to recover that, I mean, I know people that have done really bad things in that depression where I don't want to say it, but they're not here anymore because of what they've done.
Oh, wow.
During that low. It's not good. So if you're messing with that, wait till you're older. I'd say you shouldn't look at synthetic testosterone until you're 40. Oh, ideally, if you could wait till you're 50, then you're, you know, once you're in your 40s and your 50s,
natural alternative things to boost those things.
Yeah. If you are on testosterone, then the other thing is too, so then forget that it's shutting off your ability to create natural testosterone. They put people on, they call them AIs, not artificial intelligence, aromatase inhibitors. And that's like estrogen blockers. And you actually need estrogen as a man. You need some estrogen to be you need both. But then if you're blasting this testosterone, your estrogen level goes too high. So they'll give people these estrogen blockers. That's what's making a lot of people drop dead because that was really bad for the heart. These AIs are terrible for you. So then you're on these AIs. You're not. So if you do testosterone, even if you're older, you would want to take something that keeps your body's natural ability to create the testosterone. So there's something called HCG, which you run.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Currently to synthetic testosterone. There's also a peptide called kisspeptin. Now I've taken kisspeptin just by itself because you can get results from kisspeptin where it'll naturally release testosterone. It's not synthetic testosterone. It's making your body release its own. Okay. And that's what's key if you're on synthetic to make your body still release its own. So definitely, you know, the testosterone and all that stuff is Jim Montgomery, my T rises just by being around Johnny. Oh, man. So now I'll give you guys some compounds to take to raise your T. One Uncle Cliff talks about, it's called Tongkat Ali. Tongkat Ali, I think they even refer to as Indonesian ginseng. That's a good testosterone booster. Shilajit. Shilajit comes in like a resin. It's thick, and you put it on a stick, and you put it in like hot water. I put some in coffee. with honey. That's a good testosterone booster. Honey is a great testosterone booster.
Really?
Yeah, honey's great. Honey is an antioxidant actually for your male, you know what, your male parts. Hey,
Okay.
okay. Well, it's a family show. It's a family show. Let's see what else is a good natural maca, MACA, like
Mm-hmm.
maca powder.
Yeah.
Maca powder is great. Black maca in particular. Again, you could take pills, capsules. I like buy the organic powder and throw that in with coffee. I keep talking about coffee. Caffeine is a testosterone booster. Caffeine's great, especially, you know, if you're drinking energy drinks, drink coffee. Coffee's natural. Coffee's been around for forever.
Well, that's what so I had been told that I have like the mother effer gene or whatever, that I can't process B, vitamin B or whatever, and I needed to take this methylated B. But then one of my girlfriends, her husband's a doctor, and they do a lot of natural or alternative solutions. And she said that that methylated B is actually cancer causing. And so she's like, do not take that methylated B. That's really dangerous. And so her husband sent me like some report and all this, or some information on it. And so there were these drinks that I was drinking that had that it's a, and I can't remember the name of it, but there are these drinks that have that methylated B in it. And so I threw those out, and we're back to coffee and chaga coffee every morning. So we're like, you know what? Just stick with the chaga coffee.
I think chaga powder is good for your testosterone because chaga, again, it's a mushroom. It's an antioxidant.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like taking synthetic testosterone, but again, it's all things that contribute. Good, proper gut health is important. So if our gut's constantly messed up, so drinking things like bone broth, eating a good high quality like Greek yogurt or something like that.
Good probiotics. Yeah.
Good probiotics. That's all. Healthy gut leads to better tea. Chaga, Nana said chaga coffee works for me. I love chaga. And you can make it as a tea. It's a herbal tea, so it's caffeine free. So I'll give you one piece of advice, G Graham. Chaga, in order to get the benefit from it, you need to heat it up and let it steep for a certain period of time. So even on the packaging, it says allow it to steep for 10 or 15 minutes. That means everything is, it's releasing into the liquid.
It has to decarb.
Yes. And I think there's a synergistic effect of doing it with coffee. So it's good to do with a tea, but I like doing it with coffee. I do in the morning maca powder, chaga powder, and a coffee. I let it sit for 10 minutes. I do my thing, and then I kind of go back and I drink my little concoction. I wait about 2 hours in the morning to eat. So I get up, I do my thing, I wait 2-3 hours, and then I eat. I think it's good to, there is something to be said about fasting, and where that now not fasting all day, every day, but I think maybe like a thing of 12 hours or 12 hours where you don't eat. If you stop eating at 10 o'clock at night, if you're up late and you don't eat till 10 o'clock the next morning, and you could drink coffee in the morning. Coffee is actually good for coffee is really good for your gut health. But there is something to be said about that. You're detoxifying your system. You're giving your body a chance to rejuvenate without constantly putting food and stuff in it.
Well, that's kind of how they get rid of those senescent cells or whatever. When they were talking about that with the Purple Power guys and all of that, that gives your body a chance to kind of eat up or use up the dead zombie cells.
If you're sick or you feel ailments coming on, fast. Don't eat. If anything, drink water, drink coffee, drink your chaga. maybe have like a celery juice with like lemon in it. Let your body detoxify. But if you can avoid eating when you're sick, your body is gonna, any type of virus, cancer, take a virus, it feeds off sugar. You crave, Jim Montgomery's right. Your body craves sugar big time. Even if you get the great infection, right? The great infection that everybody was getting. Talk to people that had it. They're craved sugar in a big way. So you give it sugar, you give it what it wants. You starve it from sugar, you're gonna not realize you had it. It's gonna go away. It's gonna be gone before it got there. So again, distilled water. My friend Greg is really big on distilled water. I haven't got into distilled water, but Greg swears by it, that distilled water is the way to go. So there is something to distilled water. Definitely something to look into. Yeah, I mean, there's so much. We could talk about this again. I mean, this is
definitely
a follow-up.
The community, really enjoys this, talking about, getting healthy. And I think we all have, some interesting information. I love sharing this kind of stuff with you and sharing it with the community. I think it's really important. So
I do too. I mean, I love talking Litecoin. That's my passion. I love talking some conspiracy stuff, moon landing stuff. I love.
Oh yeah, who wants to come on and talk moon landing? Maybe Sean. And I said, well, you have to come on with Johnny because he always loves talking moons. Oh, in fact, he wants to argue he believes you can go through the Van Allen belts. And I said, well, you and Johnny can argue about it. I'm done.
Let's argue. I'm backed by a lot of evidence, but I always like to argue with people. People have their points. So I don't, let's talk
have a discussion. Have a discussion.
Yeah. Johnny, did you get your silver? Yeah, I'm a big silver. I think silver is great. I think silver is probably the most undervalued asset on planet Earth. Silver's at the very least, silver cannot go under mining production cost. Silver's there right now. Mining production cost is probably $20 an ounce. You're buying silver, you're buying an asset with a floor that's basically right where the price is. So silver is a great, great asset to own. Obviously it's manipulated, but big silver fan. I love silver. I mean, I walk around with 3 pieces of silver, a 1 ounce bar, a Litecoin silver rounds, and a Kennedy $50. And I love silver. I love the stuff. It's used in industry. It's suppressed. It's antibacterial. I'll actually give you a fun fact about silver. As people were going, like settlers, as they were going across like the United States, like families were heading west back in like the 1800s, they used to invest in one good silver coin and put it in the milk that they would have, because it would kept the milk from spoiling because it's so antibacterial. So silver is silver's key. I mean, I love the stuff. So it's love the stuff. I just think we're going into a digital world. So I think, I don't think you want to own just one of anything. I think you want to be diversified, have some different assets, have some different stuff. My favorite assets are, I'll say 5 of them. It's Bitcoin, it's Litecoin, it's silver, it's gold, and it's yourself. And I think I'd throw yourself in there. You want to invest in yourself, invest in skills, invest in your own business, invest in your health, invest in yourself. I mean, you're your greatest asset. So I think always be looking to move around in that realm. And we could argue about which one's better. Is Bitcoin better than Litecoin? Is Litecoin better than silver? Is one better than gold? They're all out of fiat. You're all out of the dollar when you're in those assets. So I think we all can agree on the fact that if you're getting into those types of assets, you're out of fiat, you're out of that vampire casino, you're heading in the right direction.
Yeah. And just remember, any money, I believe, is counterfeiting humans. So I think it's bad. So make sure that you're getting hard assets in your possession so that you can barter and trade, and that you're in possession of your own IP and your own everything.
Great
Because
point.
today with AT&T going down, and they're just getting everybody ready. They're just getting they're turning up the pot on all of us little frogs.
Great point, Lisa. Another thing is too, we want to think of it as there's money and there's currency.
Yeah.
U.S. Federal Reserve notes is currency. U.S. dollar was money. We don't have U.S. dollar anymore. We have Federal Reserve notes. U.S. dollar was defined as a certain amount of grains of silver. I think we talked about it's 0.7734 of an ounce. Morgan dollars, real silver in it. We had a gold standard. We had money that was
back when they used to have to ask us to vote on a bond to go to war.
Yeah.
Now they don't have to do that anymore.
And because we don't have money anymore, we have currency, and there's
now
currency.
They just turn on the printer.
Notice they say fiat currency, not fiat money. It's fiat currency. So money is silver. Money is gold. Money would be like Litecoin would be money. Bitcoin would be money. U.S. Fed notes, we think of it as money, but it's currency. It has no value. And if you think about it, you could explain this to any normie. You take $100 bill and a $1 bill. What's the difference in the cost of production? None. It's just the paper that they're printed on with the ink. It costs the same thing to print either of those. So
you guys heard it here. Johnny's not wrong. All right. Thanks for joining us, Johnny. I appreciate it.
Man, get your testosterone levels up.
Everybody get your testosterone levels up. We got the truth to fight for. And everybody go follow Crypto Nana for LTC on Twitter and wish her a very happy birthday. Take care, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Happy Hour. Bye.